So we've all heard people say, you got to keep your eye on the prize, man. You got to keep your eye on the prize, right? Keep your eye on the brass ring, bro. We've all heard these things, right? And the Bible says that without vision, man will perish, right? And you hear so often, you've got to have vision. You got to have that long-term vision. What does that mean? What does that mean when we talk about long-term vision? I think Abraham Lincoln said it best. Lincoln said that obstacles are those frightful things you see when you take your eyes off your goal. Because you see, I believe that vision is the ability to literally see in your mind a perfectly clear picture of what your goal or your ambition or your life looks like when you've achieved the things that you're after. And if you can hold that vision in your head, then what happens is you have a big picture perspective of your journey. And if you begin to have a big picture perspective of your journey, here's what you can do. You can begin to look at every situation, every circumstance, every setback, every disappointment as just exactly what you've needed to go through to become the kind of person that is prepared for the moment you're in right now. See, that's vision. That's like having the perspective of a philosopher, right? But really it's necessary, because if you think about it, you're right now in your life, you are who you are, what you are, and where you are because of the sets of circumstances and the way that you've reacted to them in the past. Isn't that true? In other words, decisions that you've made, situations that you've been in, all those things have led up to where you are right now. Well, if you've got things in your life that you're grateful for, right? Maybe a relationship or your marriage or your job, I'm certain that there was some kind of disaster or catastrophe or major life-changing event that was happening to you many moons ago, maybe 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 5 years ago, that seemed like a huge deal at the time. But it was that happening that allowed the door to open for this new career or your current marriage or a different relationship. In other words, the things that you have in your life right now that you value, many of them are the result of you going through something sometime in your past that you weren't crazy about, some experience that you didn't enjoy. For example, and I just use this as an example, when, my girlfriend from college, when we broke up, when I was joining the Navy, that was like the worst thing I thought that could ever happen to me. I mean, my life was ruined. It was over. I was, weeping and the whole 9 yards, right? And at the time, it was a traumatic event. It was a big deal to me. Today, I'm married to the love of my life partner, my best friend, my soulmate. I could not have married better. If I had searched the world over and looked every woman on the planet in the eyeballs, I would have chosen her again. She is the perfect mate for me. Well, I never would have met her if somehow I had managed to force that relationship back in college to work. So what seemed like a catastrophe then is actually one of the reasons why I'm so happy and so blessed and so grateful for where I'm at in my life right now. And I think that you can apply that same idea or that same thought to your job or your occupation or the things in your life that you're grateful for. So that's having vision, is knowing that whatever you're after, whatever you're searching for, whatever you're going for, long term, that the small things that you're going through now are nothing more than the things that you must go through to prepare you and develop you and grow you to a place where you're able to receive all of the good things that will come from the accomplishment of your goal. Isn't that fantastic? So Abraham Lincoln says that obstacles are those frightful things you see when you take your eyes off your goal. The moment you stop thinking about and concentrating on the end result, right? You've heard the phrase, begin with the end in mind, right? When you begin to lose focus on the long-term goal, what happens is you begin to notice all of the distractions. You begin to notice all of the little hiccups, all of the little speed bumps. All of a sudden, things become too inconvenient or too cumbersome or too difficult or too hard or too time-consuming because you've lost the vision of where you're going. So, keep your eye on the prize. Keep your eye on the brass ring. This is real. This is a true principle of success. And if you can focus long-term on what you're looking for, then you can blow right past all the little obstacles. It's called perspective for a reason. Think about it this way. A flat tire, and when looked at from the context of your day, right, might have made you late for work, might have caused you to miss an appointment. A flat tire today is a big deal. A flat tire looked at over the course of your whole year is hardly memorable at all. A flat tire looked at from the perspective or the context of your entire life is no problem at all. In fact, 2 years from now, you may not even remember that it happened, right? Well, if that can be true of a flat tire, then the same can be true of anything that you're going through today. So I want to let you know that whatever's happening in your life right now is happening for a reason, and it's happening to help you move closer toward the things that you want, to move you in the directions of your goals, and to help you accomplish all the things in your life that you want to accomplish. And just know that if you can continue to hold that vision of where you're going, you'll be able to plow right through the challenges, right through the disappointments, and you will reach your goals faster, more efficiently, and it'll be better than you ever thought possible. So with that, you're armed now to take on your day and go out there today and make it a great one.